Other guys are going to play, but if you got to choose who's probably going to get out to a lead between these two starting teams, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Bron. I'm gonna go with Bron and them. You know, so that's my choice. I think with them putting that team together like that, if he puts that team together like that, you got a little drama with him and Kyrie, but then you got the other side of the drama is KD versus Steph again. So those are my picks, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get off, I want y'all to remember at the time right now, we're a little bit past 1 o'clock, but don't forget 2 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. My man Jeff Fox is going to be coming on. So the Jeff Fox show will be coming up at 2 p.m. So don't go anywhere after we sign off because he's going to have a show following me. And as always, Jeff brings the noise. He brings the heat. And it will be just the same, down in the MIA. So don't forget, 2 p.m., the Jeff Fox show coming up right after the Wait a Minute show. And I know I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the side for a second. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. But this is a positive show. But again, Jeff Fox, man, make sure you tune in. 2 p.m. Tiffany PMP, comptroller Enville, she said, so it sounds the West Coast will dominate. I don't know. Who's the West, though, Tiffany? Who's the West? Because on LeBron's team, you got 3 guys from four guys from the East, and you got one. Or are you talking about Steph's team? Because you said the West would dominate. I don't know. I not necessarily, but I respect your judgment on that, Tiffany. And don't forget, I just got notified of this too. On tomorrow's show at 2 p.m. also Eastern Standard Time, Ben from BS3 Sports will be on. So make sure you check into that over the weekend. So while you're relaxing, come on back to the Two Live Stews Radio Network and check out my man Ben from BS3 Sports as well. So we are at that point. Tiffany says she's rarely wrong. We will find out. Tiffany. We are at that point, and this is, I think, Mocha Bella's one of her favorite parts of the show. And we're going to hand out the Big L Award. And if you are new to the show or maybe not even heard, the Big L Award being handed out before, I'll tell you what it's all about. The Big L Award stands for the Big Loser Award. Shouts out to that ninja who's in the building as well. So the Big L Award is the Big Loser Award. And now, to get this Big L Award, all you have to do is something loserish. It's not saying that you are a loser. It's just saying this right here was loser-ish, and you got to be, hey, you made a mistake. I've been on the Big L Award myself. So I'm an equal opportunist. So since I've been on it, ain't no point. Hey, everybody else should be on it. If they do something crazy. Now, here's who's up for the Big L Award. If you hadn't seen on Wednesday night, and this has been going on for a while, but you had the whole situation about Isaiah Thomas coming back to Boston in February, and he was going to have his tribute video done, and that tribute video just so happened to be on Paul Pierce night, where they were retiring his jersey. And if you heard one of my shows earlier, I asked the question, I said, hey, is it, fair that Paul Pierce wants to have, his retirement all to himself and IT needs to get another day? And I said yes. I said yes on this show that he should have his own day, and all this stuff is, it's Paul Pierce, all the stuff that Paul Pierce has done, for this team. Now, having said that, I was at a misunderstanding. I thought that they were going to do Paul Pierce retirement, his jersey retirement, at halftime. But watching on Wednesday's show on ESPN, Jalen Rose, they were talking about it because Isaiah said, you know what? It's 34th night. Let them have it. man, we'll figure out something else, and everything. And they talked to Paul Pierce and they said, hey, what do you think? And he goes on, about talking. We'll go there in just a second, but he goes on talking about, he's glad it all worked out, and everything. Now, Jalen is sitting there. Also, Tracy McGrady is sitting there, and Tracy McGrady is like, yeah, Isaiah really hadn't did that to warrant, to have, a video tribute to him. Now, Jalen brought up that this celebration is at the end of the game, post game. And I said, wait 1 minute after the game, after the game, and that's not me scratching. After the game, you got all day after that. They ain't kicking nobody out, and you worried about a brother having a female. And Paul said this on the show. He was saying that because Jalen said, Paul, you are being petty. And I said, oh my gosh, he said what America was thinking. And then Paul follows it up with, hey, but wait a minute. They're going to do tributes to me throughout the entire game. So if they do one for him, that takes 2 minutes of my time. Oh, now you're going to follow it up with that? So I'm just thinking like, okay, I understand the type of person Paul Pierce is. He is just a person, where he needs to get everything that has gotten him to where he is at this moment. He is not going to change that. This is nothing against Paul Pierce. Nope, we're not taking any calls right now, but that is nothing against Paul Pierce, the player. Nothing against Paul Pierce, the player, because he is a great player. He is a Hall of Fame player, and his jersey should be retired. But to just say, I'm not going to let one man have 2 minutes to a video tribute, because before he had said, no, maybe you should just send it to him on Instagram. I don't understand, the whole point and all this stuff. You know what? I instantly gave him a new name, new name. And his new name for this part, for the Big L Award, instead of Paul Pierce, I'm going to start calling him Petty PP for the rest of the day. Petty PP. Petty Paul Pierce. Petty PP just went overboard with this whole thing. And I'm just saying, bruh, no one is going to say, oh, IT outshine you or anything like that. He wanted his family to be there. And then for Tracy McGrady to chime in and say, well, this brother ain't won no championship or anything. Tracy, I have defended you time and time again. But this is the part where you just be quiet when people start talking about people winning stuff in the playoffs. Stay out of the conversation. But Paul Pierce, a.k.a. Petty PP, will be the Big L Award winner going into the weekend. And you, my sir, Petty PP, take this with you.
See? Another loser.
Indeed as well. Petty PP. How could you do that, Paul? Petty PP. Brian still aka ATL Strong Hill said Paul's a B, but it's his night. I understand it, his night, but it's not like they were going to just turn off the tribute to Paul Pierce to just say, you know what, this is about IT and everything. I understand that. But yes, it is Petty PP. That is who he is for today. After today, we'll move on from it, but it's Petty PP. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I get off, Jay Fish has said that I'm blocking him. He's saying open the phones and all this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, someone tell Fish that I opened the phones 30 minutes ago and I was waiting on his phone call and he did not call. I even put the number out there. So you know what? I'm going to do an impromptu for Jay Fish not calling in at the proper time when I open the phone lines. I'm going to give him a Big L Award too.
See? Another loser.
Indeed.
You go on the chat line and say, wow, why isn't the phone lines open? And I open them up and you didn't call me, Jay Fish. And now you want to call me when we're at the end of the day. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm going to sign off and I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm not going to get. Yeah, I am going to give you another one.
See? Another loser.
And that one's only because I was hurt because your Philadelphia Eagles beat my Atlanta Falcons. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show, the pop-up show. Don't forget, 30 minutes, my man Jeff Fox is going to be coming on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow, Ben from BS3 Sports will be on at 2 p.m. as well, Eastern Standard Time. So tune in for that. Fish done got me upset, but I still love him, man. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to shout out some people. My man Jay Fish, he did my intro music. How could I hate him? So, Jay Fish, I appreciate you. Ben from BS3 Sports, Mac Farrell, Miss Mocha Bella, I told you I gave you a Big L award. See, I be looking out for you. Angry Black Man. Also, who else in here? Brian Steele, ATL, Strong Hill. Tiffany, both Tiffany's, Tiffany PMP and Tiffany Sports and Heels. Mo Cheese, who's in here also as well. Holly Newsom, I'm a lover, not a fighter, Holly. Appreciate you for dropping in. Who else was in here as well? Andre Elam, appreciate you for dropping in. My man Ron, appreciate you for dropping in. Al Thompson, appreciate you for dropping in. I'm sure I'm missing some people. Sid Galloway, Sin as well, who dropped in. So, for your man, Jelani JB Bodie, I'm going to get out here. Oh, Fly Tie. Can't forget Fly Tie. Fly Tie, appreciate you for dropping in as well. But for your man, Jelani JB Bodie, I'm going to go ahead, get out of here on this Faro Jaro beat, and holler at y'all tomorrow. Saturday show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before I leave y'all, make sure this weekend, when y'all get into y'all cars to leave y'all jobs, open up your coat. If you got a coat on, figuratively open it up, pull out all that negative energy that you got at work throughout the week, put it curbside, and boot that thing off the curb like Joey Porter. And go into this weekend positive, upbeat, excited, and loving. So I will holler at y'all later. Stay good, stay safe, have fun. Shouts out to my man Doug Stewart again. We appreciate everything you did for us. So Jelani JB Bodie getting out of here and Lopan getting out of here as well. Two things as always. Stay positive and push forward. Lopan, let's go. Tiffany Sports and Heels, we still coming to your house. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Petty pee-pee. Hey!